Hello. Today our presentation is about artificial intelligence, the future of work, by Felix, Cornejo, and Fasiha Syed. Our table of contents start off with an introduction to AI and the workforce, case studies of industries affected, discussion on displacement versus augmentation, role of education and policy in managing change, ethical and social implications, future outlook and recommendations, and conclusion. Artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming careers and industries across the globe, automating tasks, reforming business operations, and creating entirely new categories of jobs. Our group intends to explore the evolving relationship between AI technologies and the future of employment, considering both the benefits and challenges by these advancements. We will also examine how AI impacts job markets, the ethical concerns surrounding automation, and what role education, legislation, and social equity play in preparing society for these shifts. We choose this topic because it sits at the intersection of technology, ethics, economics, and policy, an area that affects nearly every discipline and individual. What types of jobs are most vulnerable to automation by AI? Repetitive office work like data entry and bookkeeping is highly vulnerable because it follows set patterns. AI can do these tasks faster and more accurately than humans. In the second machine age, he explains that anything routine and digital can easily be automated. Manufacturing jobs, especially in factories or warehouses, are being replaced by robots that can lift heavy things, work 24/7, and never get tired. Ford's Rise of the Robots talks about how automation has already reduced the need for human labor in large-scale production. Customer service roles, like call center agents or online support, are increasingly handled by AI-powered chatbots. These bots can answer questions, solve problems, and direct users without even needing a real person. This is faster and cheaper for companies. Transportation jobs, such as truck drivers or delivery drivers, are at risk due to the development of self-driving vehicles. Martin Ford explains that companies are testing automated trucks and delivery robots that don't need drivers at all, which could impact millions of jobs. Retail workers, especially cashiers and shelf stockers, are being replaced by self-checkout systems and inventory robots. Stores like Amazon Go use AI to track purchases and eliminate the need for cashiers completely. Even some white-collar jobs, like legal assistants or accountants, are affected. AI can now review legal documents, flag errors in contracts, and even help prepare taxes. While the most complex tasks still need humans, the basic ones can be done by software. What are the ethical considerations of letting machines make human-level decisions? Bias and discrimination. Machines learn from data, and if that data is biased, then AI can treat people very unfairly. A lack of accountability. If an AI makes a bad decision, like denying someone a job or making a mistake in healthcare, who is to blame? A person, a company, or the machine itself? Privacy issues. AI systems often collect and analyze large amounts of personal data, like search history or facial recognition or even work habits. A loss of human judgment and empathy. When machines make decisions, like in healthcare or criminal justice or hiring, they can't understand human emotions or show empathy or feelings. Job displacement and inequality. Automation can lead to huge gaps between rich and poor, if millions of people lose jobs while companies grow richer? Dependence on technology. If we rely on machines to make all of our decisions, people might lose critical thinking skills and control over their own lives, which is already starting to happen. Case studies of industries affected. According to IEEE Spectrum, Amazon uses AI to run smart warehouses, recommend products, and even power Amazon Go stores with no cashiers. These technology cuts costs and also mean fewer jobs for cashiers and stock workers. In manufacturing, Tesla is a leading example. Ford and Rise of the Robots explain how AI-driven robots are replacing human labor on production lines. This helps companies produce faster and cheaper, but manual workers lose opportunities. In healthcare, IBM Watson is helping doctors make better decisions by analyzing medical data quickly. While this can improve care, McAfee raised the concerns that machines lack human empathy and may not always consider the full context of a patient's situation. The recruitment industry shows that the danger of poorly managed AI, as reported by Reuters. Amazon had to shut down its AI hiring tool after discovering it was biased against women. This case proves that AI can reflect and magnify existing social biases if we're not careful. With the data we feed it, in transportation companies like Tesla and Waymo, they are pushing forward with self-driving trucks and delivery systems. According to Ford, this could put millions of truck drivers out of work, raising serious economic and ethical issues about displacement. Discussion on displacement versus augmentation. Displacement is when AI replaces human workers altogether. This happens usually in jobs that are repetitive or rule-based. For example, Ford and Rise of the Robots explains how automation is replacing factory workers with machines, especially in large-scale manufacturing. The same thing is happening in transportation, where self-driving trucks and delivery robots are being tested by companies like Tesla and Waymo, potentially replacing millions of workers. Retail is another area. In Amazon Go stores, there are no cashiers. Customers just walk in, grab what they want, and then walk out. AI tracks everything, and the receipt is sent digitally. This type of technology reduces labor needs and puts low-scale retail jobs at risk. In customer service, AI-powered chatbots now handle thousands of support questions that are used to require a human. While this cuts costs for companies, it also eliminates entry-level service jobs. On the other hand, augmentation is about AI working alongside humans. Eric and McAfee in The Second Machine Age highlight that AI is a powerful tool when used to enhance human decision-making. In healthcare, IBM Watson doesn't replace doctors, it supports them by scanning massive amounts of medical data and suggesting possible diagnosis or treatments, which helps doctors make faster and more accurate decisions. In education, AI can support teachers by grading assignments, offering personalized feedback, and adjusting lessons based on a student's pace, helping, not replacing the teacher. In finance, AI is used to detect fraud patterns, forecast market trends, and assist with risk management, speeding up work but still requiring the human oversight.
Hello, everyone. This is Felix Cornejo with the second half of our presentation. Role of education and policy in managing change. So, for the education section, we have education can ensure that everyone understands how AI works. This reduces fear, prevents misinformation, and has people ready to work alongside AI. So, with that education that everyone has accessibility to, we can ensure that people are not fearful of how AI works and does not work. Schools, universities, and training programs can teach new skills relevant to an AI driven economy. This helps workers transition into ever going roles rather than being replaced. So, we want schools and any other training programs to teach students or workers new AI skills that can help them with their current or future jobs without being turned down or replaced. Embedding ethics, privacy, and social responsibility in AI helps future developers and users create and use AI systems that are fair, unbiased, and accountable. So, we want to implement ethics into AI and where it can help people or workers work in conditions that are fair and hold themselves accountable. In the policy section, we have government can implement policies that set clear standards for ethical use of AI, including transparency, bias mitigation, and data protection. This builds public trust and protects civil liberties. So, in a way, we also want government to use AI as well, but for ethical use, only looking at facts and not going through anyone else's bias or opinions. Policies can fund AI research, support startups, and encourage public private partnerships that promote responsible innovation while ensuring access and equity in AI benefits. And we also have policy can also support displaced workers through unemployment benefits, job transition programs, and minimum wage protections as AI reshapes labor markets. So, we don't want AI to completely take over everyone's job, but we also want to recognize the people that or people's jobs that are being affected by AI. So we don't want to leave them behind. We also want to protect them and their jobs. Ethical and social implications. AI systems can reinforce existing social and economic inequalities through biased algorithms in hiring, evaluations, or educational tools, disadvantaging marginalized groups and deepening unfair outcomes. So we want AI to hire or look at potential workers without any without any biases or opinions and with fair use. The use of AI often involves large-scale data collection, raising serious concerns about consent, surveillance, and data misuse, both in monitoring employees at work and tracking students in schools. Over reliance on AI risks dehumanizing environments by reducing personal interaction, emotional support, and independent decision making, which are key elements of healthy workplaces and effective communication. So, the social implications of using AI is people thinking that we ourselves are becoming robots because we depend on AI too much, but we want to try and have AI as a tool, not a set, not as a crutch, which we'll get to in a bit. How can society adapt to ensure displaced workers are retrained or supported? The first point we have is lifelong learning and accessible retraining programs. Publicly funded reskilling programs should be offered through community colleges, online platforms, and partnerships with tech companies. Emphasize digital literacy, critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence, skills that AI can't easily replicate. Schools should embed AI education early, preparing future generations for a tech driven world. So, we want AI to be taught at an early age for people, or even within schools and workplaces, just so that they can use AI appropriately, but not use it as a main source. As I said, AI can't easily replicate what we humans have, but we also want to use AI for future generations in a world that's going to be ever growing with technology. The second point we have is government and workplace support systems. The Universal Basic Income, or UBI for short, or transitional support could help workers who lose jobs to AI automation. Encourage employers to create internal mobility programs where employees can shift roles with on the job training. Government should offer tax incentives to companies that retrain rather than replace workers. So, we want the workplace and even government to use AI to help workers who lost their jobs, and we want to focus on employees moving or shifting jobs with on the job training while using AI, so that in the future their jobs can't be replaced with AI or anything of that matter. And the third point we have is stronger school workforce pipelines. Create school to career pathways that reflect evolving labor needs, especially in tech, green energy, and care sectors. Use AI in schools as a tool to personalize learning, helping students discover interest and potential career matches. Encourage public private partnerships to forecast job trends and shape curriculum accordingly. So, in school and even in the workforce, we want to use AI to help people find their desired career path, or what they aspire to be. Future outlook and recommendations. Techniques for connecting. Our first point we have is personalized pathways. Use AI to tailor education and career guidance based on individual strengths, learning styles, and job market trends. Our second point we have is human AI collaboration. Train students and workers to partner with AI tools, enhancing creativity, productivity, and problem solving. And the third point we have is real time curriculum alignment. Connect schools and industries through AI systems that update training programs to match evolving workforce needs. Some final tips and takeaways. In our final tips section, our first point, stay adaptable. Embrace change. AI will keep evolving, so being open to learning and growth is essential. Our second point, use AI as a tool, not a crutch. AI should support thinking, not replace it. Encourage critical thinking alongside AI use. And our third point, focus on human skills. Prioritize creativity, empathy, collaboration, and ethics/skills that AI can't fully replicate. And in our takeaway section, our first point, AI can personalize and empower. From customized learning to smarter workplaces, AI can improve how people learn and work. Our second point, ongoing learning is essential. Success in the AI driven future depends on continuous skill building and flexibility. And our third point, ethical use matters. Fairness, transparency, and data privacy must be central when using AI in schools and jobs. And that was our artificial intelligence presentation. We hope that you enjoyed it and we appreciate you listening. Thank you.